So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. I know it's been like, honestly, last week, I think I put out like one video, and that was me just sort of discussing football games. But look, folks, we're back. It is what it is. And I'm here to talk about a little bit more eFootball. And I really am going to talk today about, like, this is the way I'm playing the game. This is exactly what I did over the weekend. I could have streamed, and I apologize. But honestly, I just wanted to sit down and just play with myself. Does that sound wrong? Yes, but that's exactly what I did. I played with myself and I put it on Legend. So that's what we're going to talk about today, folks. And literally going forward, I am no longer playing on assisted. I don't care if I'm playing the #1 person in the world. I will play on manual. I don't find any, or I don't have any satisfaction of playing football games on assisted anymore. I've come to that conclusion. It doesn't entertain me because I just feel like it's too easy. You know, it's just tap buttons and where's the skill factor? But you know, it is to each his own. That's exactly the way it is. Some people enjoy that, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not saying there is. But for myself, personally, I can't do it anymore. So I've literally decided, yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick it on FUMA. We're going to stick it on Legend. And that's what today's video is about, folks. All right. So we took on, or we are going to take on right now. We took on, or we took them on. That's what we did. We didn't do it now. We do it on the weekend. Inter Milan. Now you can tell I'm rusty, talking bollocks. But anyway, this is what I did on the weekend, right? First of all, here is a look at the lineup, right? So this is what we're taking on. Inter Milan on Legend, a 3-5-2, really bunkering it in the middle. And remember, when you are playing Legend, folks, they are going to be very aggressive. Not all the teams. I probably played 15, maybe 15 matches on Legend, and I probably won about 7 or 8 of them. I drew a lot of them. I don't, lost maybe 1 or 2 here and there. But this is the squad that I've built up. So what I decided to do, kind of like Spoonie's playthrough that he's doing on the live streams and stuff, where I only rank the players up with experience points they've earned through playing matches. So I'm not using training mats and training programs and blah, blah, blah. No. I only rank them after I've played a game and they get some experience points. So this is the team. As you can see, I'm not using an OP team here in any shape or form. Veghorst is through the middle. I did have Sabitzer. Actually, I'll let this run because I did fanny about for a little bit of time. I'm going to take my time in this video. It's up to you if you want to skip through it. But I really want people to give manual a try. I hate playing people online on assisted. I don't care. Like, play on assisted, it's fine. In fact, I've changed my name, as you probably saw, to Manual Only FC. So people know straight off the bat, I'm not using assisted 1, 2, 3. I'm using 4. Okay? And I've got to do the work for myself. The bad thing about this match, as we get into it, David De Gea was on full red. Do not mess with full red players. Most of the time, they're not even worth it. In fact, if you go back here and just quickly look at the comparison between these two players, right? Heaton is actually better when it comes to goalkeeper catching, deflecting, and then his reach is the same, and, reflexes are pretty much the same. So, honestly, it's better for me to play Heaton in this match than it is to play David De Gea. So that's exactly what I decided. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit more. And then we had Luke Shaw also down, which didn't help, but you can see we have got Sabitzer. So I'm keeping this very realistic. This is probably a series I'm going to do live streaming because I really did enjoy it over the weekend. There was no pressure on myself. I didn't care. I did play a few matches online. Yeah, I lost some. I won some. But I couldn't give a monkeys, right? If I lose, I lose. If I don't, I don't. And that's the mindset I have now with football games. And that's kind of why I've given up playing on any form of assistance at all. Just don't enjoy it. I personally also feel like on manual, there are massive advantages that you can use and abuse that people on assisted can't do. You can play it into space behind somewhere where you can't do on assisted. So there's pros and cons. Of course, you've got to be more accurate, and we'll talk about this more into the match. But yeah, once again, I was playing around with the boys. I was trying to come up with an ultimate lineup. I will say this match, completely different first and second half, right? The first half, you're going to see I couldn't get the ball out to save my life. Inter Milan all over me like a bad rash. But the second half, we made some tactical changes, and players like Weghorst are actually useful if you use them right. So this is pretty much the lineup that we went for. I decided to go for a little bit more pace with Marcus Rashford as opposed to Weghorst to start with, and just play that sort of 4-3-3. But you'll see. You'll see what's going to happen. So without further ado, let's just dive into it, because I'm messing around all over the place. But we're going to get right into the action here under the floodlights. Now look, there are problems still. You're going to see in this match that the scripting does decide to kick off, especially on Legend, because that's what it does, folks. On Legend, it doesn't matter which team you are. It doesn't matter how high your play style is. If the game wants to give you a good spanking, the game's going to give you a good. And it's as simple as that. So you'll see right off the bat here, playing on Legend, as we know, they are going to be aggressive. Now, it's not every team. As I said, I played the Italian League event thing. I completed it. But I took on Inter Milan. I took on Roma, like Sassuolo, Lecce. I took on a few different teams. They didn't all play like Inter Milan are going to play right now. Some of them were a little bit more defensive. But for the most part, yes, on Legend, they are going to close you down quickly, which means you can't mess about. You can't do it. You've got to play those quick passes sometimes. But I don't like playing like most people. I really don't. I like to dribble. Look at this. Have a look at this. That is what you do. You get a player in the way, and you hope and pray that you can somehow survive. But I like to dribble with players. I do feel people online, they don't like dribbling a whole lot. And this game, you can dribble around Legend AI. I will say it is a lot more enjoyable playing Legend AI in this game than it is playing on PES 21. PES 21's defending mechanics for me are really bad. They're non-existent and you can't really defend, whereas on eFootball, you do have the ability to be able to defend. There's the BS that can happen where the ball just falls to the other player. But you can defend if you get it right. There's still going to be problems and there's still going to be niggles. But ultimately, this game, defending-wise, I'm enjoying it a hell of a lot more, folks, than I ever have when it comes to like playing PES 21, which it just didn't do enough for me. It really didn't. Anyway, we'll talk about this as this game progresses. So as you can see, we're 15 minutes in, and I just getting the rub of the green there with the old crossbar helping me out. But and by the way, this was the first match I'd played on Legend in probably, I don't know, 6 months. It had been a long, long time. But I was very confident with the way I was playing on Superstar. I wasn't feeling like the teams were that challenging. So I wanted to crank it up to Legend. And this really did help me out quite a bit with playing online, because they play a little bit more aggressive. Like, watch this run here from Hakan, right? We'll go back just a touch here. They wouldn't do this on Superstar, right? So he wins the ball back here, carries on going, and now he decides, right, skip it past Anthony, skip it past Casemiro, and he's in. He's dribbling. He's attacking players, which is what you want to see when you're facing the AI. You don't want any of that really lame, pathetic AI that just don't do anything. It's not fun. It's not fun for me, at least. So yeah, when they're a little bit more purposeful, and there's a little bit more of a presence about the AI, and they want to attack and they want to create chances, then yes, I'm going to enjoy it a lot more. But yeah, 20 minutes in nearly, we cannot get the ball out. Another chance, and this time it's over the bar. And this is where you're going to see the difference of how halves can make an extravagant difference with a couple of tactical tweaks that we will see at half-time. So bear with us. So Hakan delivers this high, and there are goals in this match. Oof. Good save. Remember, we've got Heaton in goal, so I didn't have the highest hopes of him keeping a clean sheet. But remember, there are goals in this, so don't worry. The game does get a little bit tastier as it progresses. So I really wanted to get a little bit of possession at this point in time, and you're 23 minutes up. But any time a player comes across like that on Legend, just start again. Once again, woeful pass. I was a little bit all over the place, getting a little bit nervous here. And yeah, I couldn't get the ball off him. Here they go again, working it inside. Hakan once again. He'll give it to Gagliardini, who's going to look for that long ball over the top. But no. We're going to start again with Mr. Heaton. Now, on Legend as well, I will say this much. I know there's a lot of pressure, right, when you drop the ball at the goalie's feet, because look at the AI, right? Hounding. You've got to try and keep the ball. You can't give away silly passes, and it will happen. You will give away silly passes, but you'll learn to live with it and deal with it. But you've got to try and keep the ball and really just stretch the AI. Move them to the left, move them to the right. If you see them going one way, cut back. You can dupe the AI out on this game quite easily with the right players, with the right mindset. And that's why I feel like, as much as Legend, yes, it does have its cheating ways, and you're going to see that, it's doable this year. And for me, it's the only way I'm going to play these events from now on, because it does improve my game, because you are playing against better opponents, technically. And, you know, obviously you're going to play online as well every now and then, because there's not enough events to do offline. Konami, sort it out. Now, regarding the circle and arrow, I know a lot of people don't like using the circle and the arrow. I played a few matches without them, okay? I turned them off, and I was perfectly fine passing it around. I could still switch it well, could still pass the ball well. Great challenge there for Gassi. But I couldn't finish, and that was my biggest problem. That's why I turned it back on, because I didn't score a goal, I think, in 4 matches when I didn't have the arrow on. As soon as I turned it on, bang, I scored a goal in the next match. So for me, as much as you guys may not like seeing those circles and arrows under the players, if you're playing on manual, it's a necessity to play better and improve your game as a whole. I will touch base with Konami and ask them if they can probably remove the circle and just have the arrow like on FIFA. Like right here, a good bit of defending, get ahead of Dumfries and Wehe. I don't feel like they need to have the circle, but obviously the arrow is needed, as you don't know where you're aiming. So I'm going to ask Konami about that. I know it's a small minor thing, but please, Konami, remove the circle, or at least let us customize the indicators under the players so we can put it to how we want to have it, you know what I mean? But anyway, so that's pretty much the first half gone. Abysmal from our standpoint. We couldn't get anything going, and it just felt pants. And as you can see, there we are, manual only FC. So we went into the lineup and we made some changes. The first thing we did, we dropped some players back. It was pointless having Sancho up there, Anthony on the other flank, when we're not even getting the ball to them. We're going to drop them back to the left midfield, the right midfield role, and I decided to take off Sancho. I know it's a big risk because he is technically, you know, on green form and Rashford isn't, but you know, this is where play styles are not just play styles, but they're like player cards and all that come into quite a big, you know, deal. Weghorst has the, what is he, a target man trait, I think, whatever they call it. What do you call it? What's the name of it? But he's a target man, okay? He's going to have a different play style to Rashford. So if Rashford's continuing making those runs behind and I'm not finding him, what's the point of playing him? Weghorst could be the perfect player for this type of match now, to bring him on, just hold the play up a little bit, back into players, and give us something to feed off of. Casemiro as well, I've noticed after playing 20-odd matches this weekend with them, with this team, and trying to grow them and evolve them, even with Casemiro on orange form and not up for it, made a world of difference, because he's the only player in Man United's team, or in this team, in the Efootball, that had the anchorman trait. No one else has anchorman. I really feel like you have to have an anchorman in your team. And then, you know, having a creative playmaker and a whole player together will work well. But not having Casemiro, I tried it numerous times. Fred wasn't bad, to be honest. Fred, because he's box-to-box, he's a lively player. And he's certainly up and down, you know, trying to get the ball. Anthony, I really enjoy playing with Anthony because he's very nimble, he's very quick. Sancho's got some good tricks as well, so he's fun to play with. And Rashford's finishing for me has been brilliant. So, and you're going to see that in this game. So, this second half is going to be so much more entertaining for you guys to watch, as a header there from Eden Dzeko was just wide. So, this is what we do. We work it forward, folks. We start from the back and we try and play the possession. So, we're going to find Bruno Fernandes. Couldn't quite find Anthony there. And now we'll start defending. Weghorst is going to be the player. I put counter target on Weghorst, by the way. So, he's not going to be using up his stamina. Watch this. The Bitzer. The keeper comes out. Beautiful. Look at that. 9 minutes into the second half, a couple of changes into wet themselves. And as long as we were going to get that on frame, there was a high probability of obviously that going in the back of the net because the goalie decided he wanted to run off. So, yeah, goalie didn't really need to commit to this. I think the defender would have got there first, but it's a great little finish from Anthony with the left peg into an empty net. So there we have it. Beautiful. Right, we'll fast forward because we don't need to see that again. So, what do you guys think happens next? I'm going to let you guys just figure that out for yourself. So, we're a goal up. The ball's gone out of play. And this was the Italian event, okay? So this was the Dream Team Italian event. Just, you know, playing a bunch of matches, trying to improve me game on manual, really. That's what I've kind of just been trying to do. It's just play more possession. You'll see I don't like playing fast tick-a-tacker 1-2s unless the situation really calls for it. Otherwise, I'm constantly looking at the radar. I'm constantly seeing where players are. Where's the movement? Who do I need to pass to next? You know, switching the play on this game is pivotal all the time. So Anthony picks it up. Didn't need to do that. Lost possession. And at times, folks, don't worry if the team feels like pants. It's the momentum of the game. It's the script. Watch this right now. This is what I'm talking about. First of all, take note of the power bars. You see it? Did you see it? That's exactly what will happen on Legend, because it's annoying. But watch what happens here, right? First things first, I ask numerous players to just clear this ball. I'm just pressing clear, clear it. Martinez is the first player. Okay, he misses it. That's fine. It comes to Wan-Bissaka. I have fully hit the power bar right now. If this was any other part of the field, I fully believe he would have just smacked it. But he takes... Actually, we're going to slow this down just to really show you how the script will kick its backside against you when it really wants to do it. So I'm going to play it and watch it. Ready? Really slow. He could have kicked it now. Kick it. Kick it. Doesn't want to kick it. And then what happens? He just stumbles, loses possession, and they end up scoring. So, yeah, when it wants to annoy you, folks, the game will annoy you. And I put my hands up there and I said, fine, that's the way the game wants to play it. That's the way we'll play it. Pathetic, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, come on, right here. Just clear it, Wan-Bissaka. And this will happen online against a human opponent as well. So, there we go. 2-2. Oh, sorry, 1-1. I score. I don't know if this is the goal right now, but you watch this, right? Just watch the passing here. Anthony, Bruno. This is straight from kickoff. Casemiro, Sabitzer, Weghorst, back to Rashford. I mean, this was so nicely worked. Oh, and I love... See, this is why I enjoy manual. It's perfectly doable. You can do it if you want to do it, folks. But this was straight from kickoff. Literally. Watch it again. And I'm not bragging. I'm just showing you that you can work the AI out very well by just playing some Ten Hag football. Ready? Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, they're starting to pull players out of position. Bruno, start again. Casemiro, into Sabitzer, Weghorst, look at Rashford, no one's marking him. Takes it in his stride, and I will admit, this finish was extremely tasty. And remember, we're not playing with top players. This is a Marcus Rashford that's rated 76. Right? 76. Still can pull that off because the stunning shot will now give you that ability to just pull off an absolute blinder. But the movement from the lads was brilliant. Casemiro was pulling players away. And then Rashford just said, look, I'm on the form of my life right now. And I'll just do it myself. So, yeah, wonderful goal right there. So, 2-1. Completely turning the game around now. Starting to play. You know, Inter got their goal, but, you know, it is what it is. And look at that. That was a lovely splitting ball, though, and that's where you've got to be careful. Fortunately, we got across just in time. But it keeps your wits about you playing on Legend. Try it, folks. I really am trying to get people to play this game on manual. And the more people I get to play it on manual, the better it will become. And it'll be nice one day to go online and face people, and they are playing on manual. And you just... It's just so much more enjoyable. I don't find any satisfaction now just pressing X, X, X and like not aiming yourself. And you see things when you play on manual, folks. You see things that you don't see when you're playing on assisted. I know I keep going on and on and on about it. Maybe I'm like a broken record, but I switched to FUMA a couple of years ago now, and I've never looked back. Honestly, I've never enjoyed games more. And the fact that I sat down on Saturday and I played this game all day like this and thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed ranking up my players, trying to level them up. I brought Garnacho into the team as well. Tenzabi is actually a player I've started to work on because he's a pretty good right back. Didn't need to take that touch, by the way. But yeah, really just enjoying playing eFootball my own way. If you're not going to give me offline content, well, I'll figure out a way to do it myself. So we had a chance here with Bruno Fernandes. What were we going to do? Just try to lay it back. This was a nice bit of play here. Little fake. Just couldn't put it in the old back of the net. But yeah, you can see the second half has been a complete... Look at that from Rashford. Here we go. Ready? Ding dong. See you later. Drill it near post. And Sabitzer nearly there for number 3 as the ball just goes out of play. So they make a change. And Onana is going to play the short one. Now watch this. This goes to show you that even on Legend, this can happen. Oh, very, very... I think it's going to happen in a minute. But just bear with me here. You will see. Even on Legend, it can happen. So Sabitzer gets it out wide. Another lovely pass here to Marcus Rashford. I tried to bend it. Someone asked if, like, curling shots work or are they broken? They do work. This is the thing. Like, I feel like manual on this game is superior in every way to PES 21, right? You can play short passes, which you couldn't really do on PES 21 without going in there and modding it a little bit more. There's a lot more you can do in this game on manual than you ever could do on PES 21. But watch this right here. This is the typical Weghorst moment. What on earth is the defender doing? And then there it is. There's our one. I placed it just for you guys to see. But it goes to show you that right here, what he wants to do now is pass this. He wants to pass it right there, that way, up there, to that bloke. He takes too long. As soon as you see he's about to pass it. He's about to pass it. Nope. I'll steal it. Take control. Open up the space. And a little R1 finish. Because obviously I use R2 for sprint. Into the bottom corner. And what a display from Weghorst. He comes on in the second half. He gets a goal. And he got an assist. Because he set Rashford up for the first goal. Or the second goal, whatever goal it was. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant from Weghorst. And it goes to show you that even a player of his caliber, who isn't necessarily fast, but he does offer you something different, a bit of height as well. Right, so let's move forward a little bit more. So we've got 7 minutes to play. There may be another goal, possibly, so bear with me here. But honestly, folks, yeah, I just really enjoyed this weekend, playing the game, just relaxing. You know, I'm sick and tired of FIFA. I'm being honest with you. I'm bored of FIFA, and I still can't stand that game because trying to play FIFA on manual, it doesn't sit right with me. You know, the physics and the way the players skate and move, it's still really annoying. eFootball, I like the gameplay. Now, there's still issues, and I feel like we still need more. We need more team ID, player ID. That type of stuff is still not quite there in this game. But it's still, for me, a more enjoyable experience than the other one. Here was Mkhitaryan. Good play from here. My defending all over the place. We managed to get the ball away. And right here, I should have probably just put the ball in the corner. Lost it with Weghorst. Here come Dumfries. Ball over the top. This is where it was, you know, it's one of those. You couldn't do much about it. You just said, all right, Barella, we'll let you have it. It was a good strike with the old left foot. But you're always going to get those moments. It's football. It happens. Right here, I'm trying to clear it. Varane's all over the place. We did win the challenge, but credit where it's due. That was a very, very tasty fanache. And that's it. We did it. We did it. My first game on Legend for a long, long time, and we managed to beat Inter by 3-2 away from home. And, you know, the team wasn't stacked, and this is what I'm going to be doing on stream. If you guys want to join in, feel free, because we will be back streaming hopefully Tuesday this week, which would actually be today when I put this out. So I kind of want to do this and really evolve the team and grow the team. There was the shot count, 9 attempts to 6. We didn't dominate by any stretch, but it's not all about domination, you know. Sometimes it's just about putting that ball in the back of the net. And Weghorst got a 7.5 5. So you'll see the players now leveling up. So this is exactly just trying to rank the players up. And as you can see at this current stage, I had a few of them on level 5, 4, 3. But it's going to take a lot of time to evolve this team. But I've been enjoying it. This is how I've been playing eFootball, folks. And from now on, everything will be manual because I can't do assisted. I don't find the enjoyment. And as I said, I'm not having to go at people that play unassisted. You are more than welcome to. But I feel like my channel, a lot of people like to play manual. You know, my community, the type of people that watch me, this is what I enjoy. Playing football, unassisted, trying to work out the kinks of getting through a team. That's the enjoyment. But anyway, we'll be back shortly. Till next time, let me know your thoughts below. Are you a manual player? Are you going to switch? Do it. And until next time, take care.